Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at some of the Power Rangers Heroes for the Grid board game sets. These arrived yesterday, and while I've taken the cellophane off, I haven't looked at these at all yet, so I thought it'd be cool to open them as an unboxing and see what they're like. You can see here we've got the Villain Pack 3, the main Heroes for the Grid board game, which is a ton weight, and we also have the Shattered Grid expansion. So let's take a look at the main board game first. The box is massive and incredibly heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it weighs quite a bit. The box is a nice gloss finish. Everything feels glossy to the touch. You can see on the front you have the Rangers in full colour with a lightning bolt in the background, and then shadows of the Earth and various villains, which I assume come in this set. If you turn around to the side, you can see that we have the Pink Ranger and Blue on one side, and on the other we have the other three Rangers with red, yellow and black. It also gives us a summary of the recommended age rating, how many players and length it takes to play. If you come around to the back, we have a summary of the board game and its contents. So up here we have the summary of the game itself, that this is apparently a cooperative board game. It gives a brief product shot of figures included. So you can see here we have some of the putties, the Rangers. Looks like we get Pudgy Pig. Get some dice. You get Rita. A total of 34 large scale miniatures. I'm not quite sure what it means by large scale. I'm kind of assuming that the figures are going to be about the size of Warhammer, I guess. I don't know. And then we have a summary of the contents here. So we're looking at Ranger figures, character cards, combat cards, foot soldier figures, deployment cards, more cards, some monsters, boss figures, some boss cards, dice, tokens, etc., etc. So let's get this opened up and see what it looks like on the inside. As you remove the lid, you will see that inside comes with a catalogue, an advertisement for some of the other expansions. So there's another Villain Pack. You can get a Cyclopsis figurine, Megazord, some actual Ranger themed dice, and the other side advertises the Boom Studios comics. If you haven't read those and you are into Power Rangers, I would highly recommend this series. We have the much essential rulebook with our two female Rangers, Bones and Madame Woe. Let's have a look at some of the... So it appears to be a full coloured manual, which is nice. Nice large print. So it appears to go through everything, so hopefully that should make it nice and easy to follow. We have our cardboard pieces. So I'm assuming these are battle tokens, and that looks like it's part of the board. Some more of our battle tokens, some more of the board, a disc for the command center, and Megazord. more board pieces. More board pieces, and oh, this one's come unpunched. Oh, well. We have a picture of what I assume is our Zords and Megazord. I'm not sure what that's for. I wonder if the others have. Oh, so the others are double-sided pictures. Oh, that's nice. It comes with some bags to store your dice and bits and pieces in. It's nice. And then here we have the inclusions. I'm going to stand this up to make it easier. And here we have all of our figures. So you can see we get a load of putties. You get some of the double-headed ones from the Boon Studio comics. Some more of the standard putties. Everything's in a grey plastic, so if you want to customise these, you could quite easily. Let's see what else is there. So the box has two plastic shelvings. The putties are on the top, and underneath we get our Rangers, all done in a solid colour plastic. These are a lot bigger than I thought. They are. I don't have a measure with me, but so let's see. So you can see they're probably that's probably 2.5 inches, give or take. You can't really see it, but they are nicely detailed. The diamonds on the chest are moulded. There's some moulding on the crossbow, and the helmets are fully moulded. So there is some nice moulding there, and you could get some nice customization going if you wanted to. We have the Red Ranger. Yellow. Black. And blue. They have no real weight to them, but they are still solid feeling. The plastic is bendy enough that there isn't a concern that if you get it out of the box, part of it's going to snap off. So it's definitely a softer plastic than, say, what I've seen with like Warhammer and things like that. Villain-wise, we get Bones. We have Rita. Who's really nicely moulded with some detail. I've seen games with better mouldings, but for what you're getting, these are gorgeous. Pudgy Peak is a ton of weight, and that feels really solid. See, it's a nice bendable plastic, so there isn't too much worries of things snapping. Madam Woe. We get the Black Knight. That's pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, I was showing Bones. So those are the figures you get in the set. You get all of the relevant cards. So that's our character cards. Or we'll open those and take a look. So moving the box out of the way for a minute, you can see some of the cards we've got. Some one-sided, you have the character. The other, you have the actions. So for example, this one is flip all defeated Bones cards in this battle face up. They are no longer defeated. You've got Pudgy Pig. This all appears to be nice original artwork rather than copies from the Boon Studios comics, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but was what a lot of the artwork for the deck building games were. Got Black Knight, or Nasty Knight as he's called here. I always thought he was the Black Knight, but oh well. Deal 3 damage to a single ranger twice. Madam Woe. Deal 3 damage. Drain 1, I guess that's crystal. Got Rita. Deal 4 damage to each ranger. Got some super putty patrollers. Drain 1 crystal. And then we got a load of putty patrollers. Deal 2 damage. And then we have monster and boss cards. We've got Rita as our boss. And our monster cards. There. And then you've got dust. And you've got district cards. Obviously, I don't know what any of these do, as I haven't played the game. I haven't seen the rules yet, but they obviously all have a function and they're nicely done. We have a bunch more cards. We have some more of the locations. And then we have a load of cards with lightnings on the back. Not sure what these are. So we've got Blade Blaster, Mammoth Slam, Power Axe, Bow, Smooth Moose. Okay, so I assume that these are the Rangers specific cards. Each one's got its own colour code. So I assume those are our character cards. We get our dice, which come in a nice plastic bag to keep them sealed. They're all just a single white colour. Obviously the advertisement showed us that we can get specific Ranger coloured dice, but this will do for play. And then we have a bunch of larger cards which have Megazord on the back and a team shot. So these look like our character cards again. We've got Jason, Billy, Zach, Kimberly, Trini. We've got the Tyrannosaurus, Sabertooth Tiger, Mastodon, Triceratops, Pterodactyl, and a picture of our Megazord. Now, I think these artworks for the Zords have come from covers for the Boom Studio comics at some point. Not complaining, as I said, it's really nice artwork. So there is some reused artwork in here, but there does seem to be a lot of original art as well. And that was a look at the main board game for Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. I'm going to move that to one side and we'll look at the other two boxes. So let's take a look at our villain pack. This is Villain Pack 3, Legacy of Evil. This appears to include Pirantis Head, King Sphinx, Thrax, the Terratoad, and Devox. The cardboard is again in that glossed finish. We have some nice artwork of all of the villains there, with more shadow art of the villains in the background. On the side shows Devox's ship and the Terratoad eating Billy, while the other side shows King Sphinx fighting Jason. The back is a summary of the product enclosed. So we've got some brief product shots of our enclosed villains along with their cards and a summary of the components. Also gives a promo for a Legendary Rangers pack. So opening it up, we have what looks like a brief instruction sheet, a summary of our contents, and I assume how they are played. Some artwork down the side, including the Turbo Megazord, interestingly. There is a promo for some of the other expansion packs, a Goldar figure, a Tommy pack, and a Zeo pack. And then more advertisements for the Boom Studios comics. And here we have our packed in box. I'm going to get these out so we can look at the figures. And here we have the cards included. So we've got some for King Sphinx, Pirantis Head, Terratoad, Divatox, Thrax, and King Sphinx. These are boss cards, boss and monster cards. Some nice artwork on each of the backs so you can easily identify. Yeah, I absolutely love the artwork on here, but that's going to make it very hard on deciding on whether I want to sleeve these up. You know, I don't want to get these damaged, but equally I want to be able to see the artwork. And based on the instructions, we also have some replacement cards, which look like they go in the main decks. I don't know what they're for exactly, but it looks like we get Rita and 2 for Pudgy Pig. I don't know what they replace or why. But yeah, if you get some replacement cards for Rita and Pudgy Pig, they go away in there. And then we have our figures themselves. So here we have, figures are done in the same lightweight plastic. Everything feels bendable. King Sphinx was quite hard. I could see that snapping quite easily. But again, this isn't a kid's toy. So we have King Sphinx, which is gorgeously detailed, as you can see. Some really, really nice detailing throughout there. We have Divatox. Again, some nice detailing. I'm not too keen on the human face. It's a little hard to see in the details. But Rita was the same. Pirantis Head. Terratoad. Look at the detailing on the back of that. There's some really, really nice detailing and moulding it into these figures. And Thrax. See, now there's some nice moulding on the face there. So it just does appear to be the human characters, which lack the detailing and the moulding in the face. I wonder if that has something to do between having to have a generic likeness and licensing agreements for the actors. Yep, there we go. That's a look at our Villain Pack 3. Next, and certainly last but not least, our Shattered Grid expansion. I'm going to clean up a bit, and then we're going to take a look at that one. And here we have the Shattered Grid expansion. I couldn't pass this one up. Shattered Grid has certainly been one of my favourite Power Ranger events. So having an expansion to add to that with the characters, from that run was something, as I said, I couldn't pass up. Cardboard packaging is in that embossed gloss cardboard we've seen with the other two. However, instead of having a black background on this, we have a full artwork. So you can see Drakon on the front with his mammoth Rangers, and then over in the corner we have our black dragon, our Red Ninja Samurai, the Ranger Slayer, and the Hyperforce Rangers, which is nice to see. For those who aren't familiar, Hyperforce was a YouTube RPG series a few years ago when Shattered Grid was going on, which had a number of infamous YouTube stars and included the actor who played Bulk as a ranger. Moving the box around, we can see the yellow Hyperforce Ranger one side. It looks like there's the black one as well, and the other side gives us the blue and red. Then the back, as expected, has a summary of the game, product shots, and a contents list. It also advertises another villain pack in the Deluxe Villain Pack 1. So opening it up, we have another one of the catalogues, advertisement for more figures, and surprise surprise, the Boom Studios comic. Some more instructions including contents. We have another board piece and the Time Force ship launcher. I forget what it's called now. But you have some. I just want to take a moment to look at this. I mean, you can see the Zord graveyard here with the destroyed Zords. I think that's some really nice artwork there. And the back is the same artwork. And we have a board for the resistance base. And then we have all of our figures and cards packed in very much the same way as the main set. Let's have a look at these. So first up we have some more cards. Backs are the standard Lightning Bolt logo. And then these appear to be the character ability cards. So we've got the Red Ranger, I'm guessing that's the Blue Rangers, yellows, blacks, pink, and Time Force pink. Got some more here with Time Force pink, and Samurai red. Then we have our Mastodon Troopers, Ranger Slayer, some more cards. I assume these are our villain and our boss cards. Yep, so we've got Lord Dragon, Black Dragon, Ranger, Mastodon, boss, monsters, resistance, Zord. All of our cards we would come to expect. We also get the character sheet cards. So you got red Hyperforce, black, yellow, pink, blue, Time Force pink, Samurai red. We've got the Lion Hyperzord, Serpent Hyperzord, Ram, Cerberus, Phoenix, the Kronos Hyperforce Megazord, Time Flyer, and the Bullzord. Those are a look at the cards which are included in the Shattered Grid expansion. Let's have a look at the main piece, which is the figures. And here we have all of our figures. We have our Mastodon Sentry figures. Some nice detailing moulding there, especially in the helmet. We get a bunch of those. How many we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 by the looks of things. We get our blue Hyperforce Ranger. Oh, I'll put those back a bit. Pink Hyperforce. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be bent like that, but the Psy, I guess, is a little bent. It's one of those really bendable plastics. We get our Lord Draken. I haven't decided if I'm going to try have a go at customizing these or not. I suffer with essential tremors, so it's often difficult to do stuff like that, but these look so good, and I can imagine they look even better once they are painted. Okay, they're getting tough to get out, so I'm going to leave a few of them, but we can see here we've got the Black Ranger. We have our Black Dragon. Oh, I can get this one out, that's good. Yeah, that is a really nice mould. There is some really nice detailing there. Can I get the red one out? Red's stuck, so turn the camera upside down. Don't think that did anything, did it? But that's our Red Ranger. We have the yellow. Unfortunately, while it doesn't show up quite so much in the camera, the yellow does hide there isn't detailing there, but the yellow plastic kind of hides a little of it. Oh, got it out. Our Time Force Pink Ranger. And then finally, but certainly not least, our Ranger Slayer herself. That is a really nice mod. I really love how the cape's blowing outwards. Really nicely done. Yeah, I like that. So there we have a look at the Heroes for the Grid board game and a couple of the expansion packs. I'm really looking forward to learning how to play this and giving it a go. So yeah, that is it. There's not a lot else I can say or add to this, except if you're on the fence about this, I would suggest checking it out for yourselves. These do look like really good models. From what little I've seen, it looks like some interesting gameplay. And if you're into customization, I can see there's plenty of opportunity for painting and detailing all of these molds. It's really nicely detailed throughout. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.